Alright, yo peeps, what's going on? Chesty17 going to be bringing you a live commentary. Today I'm going to be talking about one of the most unused builds, one of the most underrated builds in the division. 1.5, 1.4, it does not matter. I ran this 1.4, it was awesome. 1.5, it's still awesome. This build is absolutely a beast to run, and I'm talking about Nomad. So for you guys that are like, what the fuck, Nomad? Yeah, Nomad, trust me. If you guys have not run it, go ahead, give it a shot. Use maybe the same build I'm running, give it a shot, and tell me what you guys think. Now, especially if you're solo, for underground, for even solo in the dark zone, this build is going to help you guys survive longer. It's going to help you guys overall. This build is absolutely a beast to run. I definitely recommend it. I will be going on a manhunt with this build. That's why I don't throw gameplays up in my build videos. I make a separate video of a Nomad like manhunt. I will go on a manhunt with this build. I already have many times, I just haven't recorded one. But I would not recommend this as a PvP build, but I would recommend it as a solo build. But you can still hold your own with this build. So let's get into it. So I'm running Navy MP5N, and it has 15.3k base damage, isn't too bad. I have Deadly, Unforgiving, and Destructive on it. And then all my mods pretty much have critical hit chance, critical hit damage, critical hit chance, critical hit damage, headshot damage, you know, etc. It goes on and on and on, and there it is. For my SOCOM MK, now I do run this once in a while, but I love this carbine right here. But I do run this once in a while, and it has Toxic, Deadly, and Prepared on it, which is nice. I would like to switch Prepared and get something else, something that would like light them on fire or get them on bleed effect, etc., because that's what snipers are meant for, in my opinion, and also your pistol. If you guys want to see my pistol, it's nothing special, expert and harmful, just to get them on bleed. I never even pull out my pistol, so it's just one of those things. So let's get into my build. So my chest piece here, everything is mostly health. There are a few that are firearms, and then I try to stack my armor the best I can. So my armor, and then I got 4% health on kill, which helps this build even more. And then I have ammo capacity. I would like to get more enemy armor damage because that now carries over in PvP. If you guys would like to see what my mods are, there are my mods. They're all health and armor pretty much. If you guys want to see what the 4-piece Nomad does, it grants you a consistent small amount of healing, and sometimes you'll even get over heal once in a while, not all the time, but once in a while you will. So it just continuously heals you over and over and over. And then the 4-piece, it says when receiving fatal death, you are instantly healed. You know, you're not over healed, but you're like, let's say you're about to die, you get another full health. So pretty much I'm running around with 410 toughness, but every 4 minutes I'm running around with 820 toughness because I don't have to use my med kit, I don't have to use my heal to heal myself because my build will do it for me, if that makes any sense at all. So that's what makes this build pretty good. Your DPS suffers a little bit, but your health is just way up there. And then for my mask, now this is firearms, 1223, which isn't too bad. And then I got the skill power on that. I could switch that for like critical hit chance or whatever and get my DPS up even more, but that's nothing I really worry about. Oh, enemy armor damage, for sure. Enemy armor damage now carries over in PvP, and that's the mod I have on it as well. For my knee pads, guys, my knee pads are pretty badass. I got a 1250. I think I have a mod on there, so it could be up. These could be a little bit better, but I like them because they have armor and enemy armor damage on them, which is very nice to have on your gear as enemy armor damage. It's also nice. And then I'm running. Oh, I have a mod on there for firearms and armor. And then I also have 4% Seeker Mine damage. I love Seeker Mines with this build. You actually put out quite a bit DPS off your Seeker Bombs. So especially if somebody goes rogue on you, one-on-one pretty much, drop your Seeker Ball and then you shoot them like 5 times they're dead. So it's definitely a nice build to run. With this build, I mean, I would recommend it. Holster in the Nomad. Now, I would like to get all these over 1200, but you know, it's one of the division things. I mean, you're grinding for the gear set that you need, and then you finally get it, if you ever get it, and then it's usually not better than what you have. So it's just one of those things you got to keep on grinding for better gear, which is very hard to do. This one has armor on it as well, and then it has Seeker Mine damage on it. So let's get into my backpack. So with this build, I recommend you guys run Specialized, but you guys can also run Vigorous with this build and switch your backpack to Nomad, and then run Vigorous chest piece with Booster Shot, and you'll get your DPS up a little bit higher. But for me, I personally like running the way I have it now. I like having more skill power, just because of my Seeker Ball and because of my heals, etc. So this is what I choose, Specialized, and then I have 13,000 extra skill power, which is nice. That could be re-rolled for something to get my DPS up any higher. Another thing I just quickly want to bring to your guys' attention, when you guys see builds on, you know, the Division online, a lot of them will show you like crazy DPS, and you know, you can get your DPS to go up if it's like damage to elites, etc. All that shit makes your DPS go up. So don't be fooled by people saying, you know, that it melts players, because it might melt the, you know, PvE. You know, builds are different, man. You can either have a PvE, PvP, you can have both. You know, it's just one of those things. I've seen a lot of grinding videos on YouTube, and a lot of it is not like your DPS. Do not look at your DPS, because DPSs are usually lies, because a lot of talents that you have on your gun are not even in your DPS. So just keep that in mind, guys. I can get an Alpha Bridge build right now with 500k DPS and 500k toughness, but it would not melt anybody. You know what I mean? So just be prepared. You know, Alpha Bridge is a tricky build to make, but it is a nice build to make. But you just have to know a little bit about what you're doing. You know, your DPS might seem lower, but you're downing players instantly, if that makes any sense. Or you could have extremely high DPS and extremely high toughness, and you can't down a single player, and you wonder why. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those things. And then I have burn resistance, which I would like to get. Burn resistance is nice because of the fire turrets, but other than that, it's meh, whatever. And then I have another 8% Seeker Mine damage on that as well. Let's get into my gloves. Now my gloves are pretty good, but they could be better. I got 1156 firearms on it, and then I have SMG damage. I do switch this to assault rifle damage if I want to switch assault rifle. Your DPS is usually a little bit higher if you run assault rifles as well, but me, I like to run SMGs, so that is me. And then I have critical hit damage and critical hit chance. Now these could be better because I could get a higher roll for firearms, but I could also get my critical hit damage up to 17 or 18%, and then I can also get my critical hit chance to 6%, if that makes any sense, and then that would make your DPS go up as well. But we're not looking at DPS, guys. DPS is a lie in this game. You just really need to keep an eye on critical hit chance, critical hit damage, enemy armor damage, etc., and then just grind it out from there, and your base damage, and then your RPM. You know, that's always, you always have to take that in consideration. If you have a, you know, like 1,000 RPM on your gun, but you're missing half of your shots, you're really only running a 500 RPM, if you know what I mean. So you want a gun that you hit all your shots with. So don't pick a gun that shoots too fast that you're missing all your bullets, like a FAMAS or whatever, unless you got, you know, stable on it or whatever. Yeah, and just go from there. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoy. If you guys do, then please drop a like button, show me some love, show me some support. Until next time, peace.